So let's come over here with the drinks, because then she can put them here.
Well, hello. I'm Chef Scott, and welcome to Sacks in the Kitchen. And although it has nothing to do with the episode, please let me finish my meatball. I love Caesar salad. And there are three components to a Caesar salad. 1, romaine. 2, croutons. And 3, a really good Caesar salad dressing. So today, I am going to swallow my meatball, which are a little spicy, and then, that's on you, Tiffany, and then I am going to show you how to make a great Caesar dressing. You are missing something if you're buying a Caesar dressing in the supermarket. Look at this. It looks like there's a lot of ingredients here. And in fact there are, but they're not hard to obtain ingredients. You may even have most of them already at home. And you can make it all in your food processor. Just so you know, Caesar salad, the myth is that it was invented in Tijuana. That's the myth that actually holds for most people. There's a restaurant there called Caesar's, and it's supposedly the owner in the 50s perhaps, or 40s, ran out of food and he invented the Caesar salad with stuff that he did have. And he took garlic and he cut it in half and rubbed it on a wooden bowl, and he created this dressing, and here it is. So, first, we need 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. You can add more. You want a little garlic, but you don't need a lot of garlic. We're going to add a big handful of Parmesan cheese. And we're going to add some pepper. Let's process it. By having the Parmesan cheese in with the garlic, it really does help the garlic chop up very nicely. That's part 1. Part 2, we're going to take 3 anchovies. Yep. 3 anchovies. Chop them up and put them in. You do not have to add the anchovies. Some people like to just put anchovies on top of the salad. I like the anchovies in there, and the anchovies take care of most of the salt in the salad dressing. So we have anchovies. We have 3 whole eggs. Chef Scott, you're going to make us eat raw eggs? Look, a few years back, there was this big scandal in the restaurant industry in the state of California where they said you can no longer use regular eggs in your Caesar salad. You must use pasteurized eggs. But the restaurant lobby is very powerful in Sacramento, and we have a lot of great restaurants that charge a lot of money for this very inexpensive to make salad. And they won. You don't read in the paper. You read about Chipotle poisoning hundreds of people. But you never read about people getting sick from eating Caesar salad, easily one of the most eaten salads in this country. So we have eggs, we have anchovies. Let's put in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Okay. Let's put in 1.5 tablespoons of, oh wait, that was only a half a tablespoon. There. And we want 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. We also want, let's see, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. By the way, if you think taking anchovies out of your salad dressing is going to give you a vegetarian salad dressing, it's not true. Because there are anchovies in Worcestershire sauce. Let's process this. Sometimes for a chipotle salad dressing, I will add a couple of chipotle peppers to what I'm doing right now at this stage. Actually, one would be enough for me. Process this, and now we have to add the oil. But you know, if you did this by hand, you would have to whisk in 1 drop at a time. And that's just not practical. In your food processor, you can do a little bit more. But still, you want to go slow so you properly emulsify the salad dressing. You don't want it to separate. This is how you should do it. And I'm using 1 cup of oil and 1 cup of olive oil and 1 cup of canola oil, so it's not too heavy. All right, we've done this. Now, I'm not saying that you need to put salt in here because of the anchovies, but you should be able to taste it and then decide if you want to have salt in it. We've already made the Caesar salad dressing, and now we're going to make the croutons. And if you watched last week's episode, you'll know that I used focaccia for this garlic bread that we made. I'm going to use the same focaccia for the croutons, but really, you can use French bread, make the croutons out of what you want to. This is my general rule though. When you go into the store and you buy ready-made croutons, sometimes they're too small, they're terrible. Sometimes they're too dry, even if they're bigger. So this is the size that I like my Caesar. I want them to be big and bold, just like this entire salad is. Let's turn on the saucepan here, and we're going to melt some butter. Equal amounts of butter. This is a 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of olive oil. Let's get them melted together, and we're going to also add in, if you saw the garlic bread episode, you know that I can use a lot of garlic. And here is a lot of garlic, but we're going to put it all in with that butter and the olive oil, and with it, we're going to put in some salt, and we're going to put in some paprika, a lot of the same ingredients that were in the garlic bread, and some pepper. We want to just melt it together, and then we're going to toss it with our bread. We have our garlic butter that was made with olive oil, garlic, butter, salt, pepper, some paprika, and we're going to put it over our focaccia, or your French bread, or your ciabatta. Ciabatta makes a great crouton. And we are going to just toss it so it gets nice and covered. You can drain out your garlic if you want. Strain it out. I happen to like the pieces of garlic in it. The idea is to have a really nice garlic crouton with your Caesar salad. And you can taste it. If you needed to add a little salt and mix it in, you could. This is fine the way it is. The reason why I add the salt and the pepper and the paprika to the butter is because it's better to season the liquid than to season the bread. Here, we're just going to throw it into the oven. Make sure you have a nice single layer here of croutons so they cook evenly. I'll be back in a minute. We have made the Caesar salad dressing. We have made the garlic croutons, so garlicky. And now the third most important part is the romaine. Go ahead, some people like to rip it with their hands, but just go ahead and cut big pieces. You want about 1.5 inch pieces. You can always rip up any that you missed with your knife, and then wash it. Washing it first is going to do you no good. You want to make sure that you really wash it well. Restaurants will soak it in a special sink and fill it with water, put the romaine in there, and go boom, and let it soak up all and clean up, and then you lift it out of the water, leaving the dirt and the insects back in the water, and then you would do it again. These garlic croutons are really deserving of a good Caesar salad. Let's do that right now. We have our washed, chilled, and crisp romaine. Let's put it in a bowl. Do not put the Caesar salad dressing on in advance. This is not the kind of salad that holds up well on a buffet. It really should be tossed in order. Next, let's take some Parmesan cheese. You don't need a recipe for this. How much Parmesan do you want in your salad? If you're in a restaurant and let's say you order a Caesar salad, this is how it should always be done. They're going to take all these ingredients and put them in just for you, toss it just for you. Next, let's take some of this dressing. As much as I made, you don't really need that much. And you know, you might have noticed the 2 cups of oil that went into that dressing. So now you toss it. Of course, in restaurants, I don't do that. In restaurants, they're going to toss it like that. Coat the leaves really well. And then, we can go ahead. You can put croutons on top. Hot pan. You can also, if you want, you can go ahead and take the croutons and add them right into the salad. They're crisp enough where they're not going to get that soggy from the dressing. I have seen Caesar salads with tomatoes on them for color. Here we go, Caesar salad, garlic croutons, good Caesar dressing. You need nothing else but these 3 ingredients: romaine, croutons, and the good Caesar salad dressing. Thanks for watching Sacks in the Kitchen, and I will see you next time. I'm Chef Scott, and thank you so much for watching this week's video. Please subscribe. The button is right there, and I'll see you soon.